Okay, here is a Khan Academy practice called Systems of Equations with Graphing. So I'm going to do a few of these problems so you can see how to do them yourself. So first of all, we have to make sure that we know how to graph. So I'm going to show you what you could use is your knowledge of y equals mx plus b. All right, where the m is your slope, which is rise over run. And the rise over run is what helps you graph these on a graph lines on a graph. And then the B is your y-intercept, which is where it crosses your y-axis. So first of all, I'm going to sketch out my line using this drawing tool before I go and try to graph those lines that you see here already on Khan Academy. So my first line is y equals negative 7x plus 3. So I'm going to just break it down a little bit using our slope-intercept form knowledge above. This negative 7 is our slope, and slope is rise over run. So since negative 7 is not already a fraction, we have to write it as though it is a fraction. Anytime you have a whole number, you can put it over 1. So this can be negative 7 over 1. Because if you divide this, negative 7 divided by 1 is still just negative 7. So that is our rise over run. So the negative 7 means we would be going down 7. The positive 1 means we'll be going to the right 1. But then you might think, okay, well, where do I go down 7 from and to the right 1? You want to start off with your y-intercept. So right here, your 3 is your y-intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and do blue for this line. So since I have blue and pink here, so we're going to make this line blue, okay? So my first step is to plot my y-intercept, and it is at positive 3. So it's wherever it crosses this y-axis here. And then I have to go down 7 and to the right 1. So I'm going to use my yellow tool here to draw a slope triangle. So I do little jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then to the right 1. So this is going to be the other point on my blue line. So now you can sketch a line that's going to go straight down. My line is kind of crooked, but so that's where your line is going to go. So whenever you go to plot points, you have to put a point here and here. So I'm going to show you what that looks. So if I hide my scratch pad on a like sticky note on the side so that I remember where to drag the 2 points, I would write the point 0, 3. That is my y-intercept there. And I would write down the point 1, comma, negative 4. That is my point there. Okay. Oops. If you guys notice here, what happened for me to get from 0 to 1 was my run was an additional 1. So running, because these are the x values, I'm going to the right one, so I'm adding 1 to the x's. And then to go from 3 to negative 4, I'm subtracting 7, because that's my rise, and so those are my y values. So I'm subtracting 7 there. I just want to see if you guys recognize that. You don't have to know that right now, but it's just something you can start piecing together. So I need to drag a point to 0, 3 and to 1, negative 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here. So right there and 0, 3. So that is my blue line, and now I can check it by looking at my sketch pad. And yeah, look, it's completely disappeared because we graphed the correct line. So watch, if I were to erase this line, right, you can see the blue line right there. Okay. So what I'm going to erase is just the yellow part here, just so that it does not interfere with my sketch of my pink line I'm about to make. Okay. So here we have the equation. Oops, there we go. We have the equation y equals negative x minus 3. All right, so we want to identify the slope, and you guys see here it's just a negative, but really that means it's a negative 1. So my slope here, rise over run, my slope is a negative 1, but we have to write that as rise over run. So -1, because this is technically an invisible 1 right here, right? And we can put it over 1 because -1 divided by 1 is just -1. So my rise is I'm going down 1 and my run is to the right 1. That's because the top is negative and the bottom is positive. This here, -3, is my y-intercept. So on the y-axis, my first point for this line will be on the y-intercept. So let me get a pink color here. That looks pink enough. All right, so here, my first point is my y-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to plot this line, is at -3. And now to plot my next line, I have to go down 1 into the right 1. This one's nice, look, right there. I see it right. Oh, why doesn't it just leave my pink? Here, hold on, guys, I have to add it. There we go, okay. I'm learning. Here we go. And then we can keep doing that, going down 1 to the right 1, if you wanted to see like all of these points appear, right? So this is how your line is going to go, right here. Okay, just like that. So let's go ahead and drag our pink line. It looks like I have the point 0, -3, and then the next point I graphed was the point 1, -4. If it's kind of hard to see, you can always erase some of your work there, like your slope triangles there, so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me hide the scratch pad, and I'm going to plot the point 0, -3. And then actually this one was already there, so we got lucky. That was just a coincidence. So now if we go back to our drawing pad and check, you'll see there that they do intersect at that point, and we did draw the correct line. Okay, so what our solution is I'm going to go ahead and erase, since I already have the lines drawn, I'm going to erase all of our work because we already know we did the lines correctly. Our solution is where these two lines cross. These two lines cross right here at the point 1, -4. So a coordinate is always x, y. So my x up here is going to be 1. My y is -4. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys, if you wanted to check your drawings for these lines, you can always use Desmos. Okay, so you can use Desmos graphing tool. Let me see here. Again, I apologize. My allergies are so bad tonight. So one of my equations, I always forget, -7x plus 3. So -7x plus 3. And this one is -x minus 3. Okay, so now we can see, so this one we had done, what color was it? Just to keep it the same. The first one we did it as blue, and then the second one we did it in pink. So let me see if I can change the color here. Blue, and then this one's just gonna have to be red because does not look like I have any pink colors. So these are the two lines, and you guys can see right there that they intersect at the point 1, -4. So the x value of that point is 1, and the y value is -4. So that is the solution to the system of equations. So again, please pause the video if you don't have all of this written down. This is actually the only problem I'm going to do here because I hope that this helps you enough. It shows you how to graph the line, and it shows you how you can use Desmos to help you solve these problems as well. So I'm going to go ahead and hide my scratch pad and type in 1, -4. Check. And that is correct. Okay, so you would use the same strategy for the rest of the problems as well. I hope this helped you out. If you still need any further help, please send me an email.